Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Heroes of Might and Magic 3 Horn of the Abyss, the Forged in Fire campaign. When we last left off, we'd cleared out this little bandit camp area, and now we're going to try and chase down this Tangun character before he takes the town of Burton, which would be a concern. We've also got Henrietta here who's chasing down this Huraga character, which we might as well just get on with. The enemy has fled with pretty minimal losses, but let's see if we can improve on that. Might just be a case of, sit back. Maybe I should have split off some armadillos. We shall see. There's probably one magic arrow in our future. Oh no, it's stone skin. We can handle a stone skin. Alright. Oh, morale? Who gets morale? That's unfortunate. I thought morale was a myth. Well, at least we dealt with them. Should be fairly easy to provoke them to fleeing, though. Which is honestly acceptable enough. Self-removing hobgoblin. Feels good. This should be basically good. Well, let's see if we can actually go for the kill now that I say that. That's pretty close. Let's try for it. Have the armadillos wail for a bit. Oh, it might be just a bit short. Oh, good luck though. Yeah, this is possible. Yeah, we got him. That's acceptable. A glorious victory. Unfortunately, the experience goes nowhere, but we do capture this ring of infinite gems. I was honestly hoping for mildly better artifacts, but I'll take it. We had to spend a lot of gems to get into this area, so, it's not useless. So, where are we going to go now? We should explore this general area. I don't know if we need much more ore. Although we could go get this quest guard. Wasn't Sam heading down there? Sam could head down there. We could also explore this two-way. I think might as well have Sam do some scouting for us. And let's head in this direction. Well, while we've got the Trailblazer bonus, we might as well stay on Wasteland. Not that there's going to be much. There's a crypt, power liches. None of this is super relevant. Mind you, there's a Bowstring Unicorn's mane. Are there the other component artifacts around? I've been playing so much Heroes 3, I'm like, where did I see a bow of Elven Cherrywood somewhere? I don't think so. We do see a Black Shard of the Dead Knight, though. And we do have a ribcage, so... potential possibilities for a Armor of the Dam, perhaps. And this guy, that's right, seeking the Scroll of Forgetfulness. I'm just getting my bearings, it's been a little while. So, let's turn. Oh, there's more movement up in that northwesterly direction, though. I wonder what's going on there. We may need to approach that area more seriously. Let's investigate this quest gate. What is it asking for? The people of the Wastelands have built fortifications here to protect themselves from Zog's Ogres. They'll only let those coming from Burton pass. Alright, well let's enter. There's this area here, beyond the purple border guard, which we could, I suppose, leave open. We could see what this, there's another purple border gate, so there's plenty of things here that could be used to explore further in the future. We should deal with this Tangun character. We'll get some money. And there's a quest gate here. So I suppose if we go through the throng of Thunderbirds... No, there's a horde of Thunderbirds, but... It seems a lot. It is guarding a Garden of Revelation, which is, of course, a powerful thing that we do want. But, yeah, that's a lot of stuff. What is this guy after? I was once rich and famous, but Tungun the Terrible was my downfall. I lost my lands, I lost my title, I lost my family. Please, bring the villain to justice. And there's a stronghold here that we could potentially capture. Things are getting interesting. Let's deal with Tengun now, because then we can immediately pick up the reward for this Seer's Hut. So that sounds good to me. And we need to go back to Burton, because if this guy comes down, we'll need to deal with that. So let's attack. Question is, do we want to split up or anything? We'll do one split, see if that works. 70 engineers dying, though. I don't want to lose that anywhere near that amount of stuff. Well, the correct answer may be that we just need to do 1 stacks, though. We'll give it a go, but if it looks sus, we'll try again. We do, of course, have Expert Haste and Expert Bless, which we are going to use Expert Bless now. So this means we can just murder this Goblin stack, which I think we should. Goblin stacks need the murdering occasionally. Wait and wait on these two. Shield on the Ogres. Self-removing Wolf Riders. Excellent. So we'll just have to take a hit from the Ogres and, well, the Ballista apparently, but... Okay, so we've lost most of the automatons, but that's okay, because we can repair them. So let's see if we can continue to move forward. We do need to kill this hero for that quest, of course. Let's see what we can do about that. So we can hit here. We can drop a lightning bolt, I suppose. 8 kills from the Ogres here. And we could torch these boars. Hopefully that's not enough to make you run. It is. Okay, no, we need a win here, and we certainly can't afford to be losing automatons. They are very precious. Basically our power stack at the moment. We've got our DIY vampire lords. Or just vampire, or not even vampires at the moment, because they'd still tank retaliation. We'll try a haste instead of a bless, and we'll just zoom up and hit the Ogres. Like so. And then we'll wait on the other two to see if we can get some nice breath attacks. So we'll take a hit from the goblins. Less on the Ogres. Okay, no, they're deliberately splitting to not take that hit. We should run up and fix them now. This restores them back to 40, which is excellent. And then we'll give the Ogres a good torching. So the question is, can I get this done in the time we have? Possibly. Let's try a mass bless. So. We could certainly kill off the boars, which we'll need to do, so we'll do that now. Oh, not quite. It's the goblins that are going to be the problem. Well, let's wait and wait. No, it's skill build's still going to flee. I mean, I appreciate dealing with him without losing anything, but I want to kill this hero. So, let's see if we can do that. Look, lossless is good, don't get me wrong. We'll see if we can improve on that. Let's do a wait turn. This will give us 6 actions in a row, which should be sufficient with Bless, you'd think. Losing 2 engineers, you know, sucks. But, now we got like this nice breath attack here. Don't mind if I do. Well, this is a fake breath, that won't actually do anything. But this will. Will it be enough, though, is a good question. 9 engineers perish. Okay, well, it does kill this stack. That is important. So... And we have taken the retaliation, so we could hit them again. This would be a painful hit to do. Well, let's torch the boars. Because it means we can finish them off with the automatons, and then we're down to just 2 stacks next turn to deal with. Is that going to be sufficient, though? 8. We'll drop a lightning bolt, or we could drop the bless, actually. Because it's going to be significantly more damage. It's already 10 ogres with this one stab. 5 automatons, though, is a lot to lose. Okay, casts Bless and then runs. Okay. We're really toying with this AI, aren't we? I think I did things in the wrong order. So I'm gonna wait. The haste the first turn. What does that do for us? Okay, well what it does do is it makes it that the Wolf Riders will decline to set up for a nice breath attack. But it means I can Bless first turn and just get a nice amount of damage in the get-go. So we could just torch this stack. And we'll torch the Wolf Raiders as well. And then we just pounce on the Ogres. We hit them again. It's going to be not quite enough damage. If we just wait with everything, do they stay around? It's a death of some engineers. It's a death of a lot of engineers. So we've lost about 30, but we now get basically a free clear. Well, that might be enough, frankly. You know what? I'll take 38, because it means we get this kill. We also get a Skull Helmet and a Clover of Fortune, which is a nice improvement over this helmet with the Alabaster Unicorn, and it's another step towards the Armor of the Damned, actually, if we get this Black Shard of the Dead Knight. Could be interesting. Well, let's see what this Seer's Hut was going to give us. 25 engineers! I'll take them. And the Boots of Speed. I'll definitely take that. Well, that was worth it. We can also grab these goblins. Potentially attack Kruber here next turn. That could be interesting. So now we'll have Frederick head back to town. It's unfortunate we did lose the 38 engineers, but we can of course recruit these additional forces. And we'll see what we can do. Let's end turn. Might as well grab the derrick while we're here. And then we'll head out to Burton. Let's see what Henrietta's got for us. So this is a Rocklands area, which will mean that her spellcasting will be at expert level, the one spellcast that she gets. Obviously her knowledge is not great, but still worth it to attack this area though without having to deal with this garrison, isn't it? Like, this little back area with the gems, worth it in my opinion. And let's also consider the difficulty factor that I was talking about before, because this area required 30 gems to clear, right? And obviously starting on the hard difficulty setting meant I had a decent amount of gems to start off with, instead of needing to scrounge every single gem source on the map, which have, you know, they're quite well guarded, so interesting how that plays out. Let's attack this stronghold. Now we're going to lose some halflings, that's basically inevitable. So how are we going to arrange our forces to try and have the best chances of success? It is a citadel, not a castle, so we'll only be tanking one arrow, but we maybe have to do something like this. And just hope for the best. Well, let's see what happens. So we lose 19 halfling grenadiers, and it's that citadel that's the problem. We'll see what we can do. Actually, let me try one more thing. Well, it's load game, isn't it? Yep. I just want to reposition the halflings like so, because I think the Arrow Tower prefers attacking the south position. Well, it looks like that may not be the case. Let's see. I'm not going to pretend to try and block shooters, it's not relevant. Well, put these back. I mean, defenses like this... Okay, no, that does work. Defenses like this are effectively an inevitable conclusion. It's like, well, of course you're going to have to deal with... You know, these units. This guy's now blocked. It's annoying. At least I have a expert magic arrow, I suppose. Maybe relevant. He's already waited, okay. This one can get in there. Well, might as well. Halve the goblin stack. Get the armadillos in there. Oh yeah. They weren't ready for the armadillos barging through the gates. Expert fantasy game material. The ogres are the biggest concern, right? So I should just throw a grenade at them now to halve the size of the stack. Yeah. We'll get the engineers in close. As if I'd known about that, morale would have been nice, but hey, we wouldn't have known. So far, this splitting off 2 stacks has actually worked. We just need to make sure we keep that up. The ogres are now down, and the armadillos are now fighting the wolf raiders. I think we've got this. Yeah, that was much more acceptable. I don't know what the AI did. Clearly, not very well. What's here in Kruber? We have an ogre fort. We have a ballista yard, which we may actually mess with. No Hall of Valhalla, unfortunately, so we can't boost our attack skill further. And it's a rather poor looking area, but it is an area with a tavern that we've now taken away from the enemy. And that in itself is a win. Now I'm going to do something which is going to make Skynox complain, and I'm going to purchase a ballista. Because it's one of the few ways I can increase the range damage of my army without actually, you know, without having any extra sources of army. Now I suppose it's a fair point that I can get a small stronghold army here. It's actually got stuff, but it's a rather poor area. The watering place is something I'm actually going to use right now. So this looks like a nice place for an overnight stop. Tomorrow your troops will be as fresh as they never were. Would you like to call it a day? Yes. So this zeroes out my remaining movement, but gives a significant bonus to next turn. 3,356 movement points is a significant bonus. Now we go back to Sam, who's going to have a look around. So there's a purple border gate, so only we can get through this. Oh no, we can't get through this because we haven't done this. But Sam can actually do that herself. So how about we get her to do that? Well, let's have a quick peek to the south. There's a quest guard here. I'm mildly curious. There are angel feather arrows. We're starting to think about combination artifacts a bit here. You know, have I seen a bow of elven cherrywood? I wonder. Maybe. I'm gonna have a quick scan, look for one. I haven't spotted one yet. But if we do spot one, that would be an excellent addition to our halfling forces to just be able to snipe the enemies from maximum range without penalty. And we could even melee grenade people, which sounds incredibly safe. Well, let's examine this. Well, next turn we can examine it. It's a boat guarded by pirates. Oh no. The mana generator could actually become in handy here. Might as well build it for fun. It spins! Woo, 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 woo. They invented gyroscopics. Let's end turn. Oh, there we have a tan hero. Looks like they're interested in the, Okay, this is a significantly more powerful hero. We have Gerhor here. With a horde of orcs. That's a concerning quantity of orcs. A horde of ogre magi. A pack of goblins. A horde of boars. Lots of wolf riders and a swarm of hobgoblins. That swarm of hobgoblins is considerable, so we'll need to be aware of that. Pirates have made camp on this shore. You can hire a ship and crew here, but only for a decent fee. Bring 20 crystals, 10 gems, and 4,000 gold to convince the pirates to join you. We might do just that, because this sounds like these pirates are actually friendly. We just need some more gems. Well, we are getting a gem each day thanks to this ring of infinite gems, which is always a funny thing for me. It's like, what are you doing? You're just grabbing pliers and pulling gems out every day? Like, but nonetheless, Interesting. Well, we'll start with Frederick. So we'll grab the reinforcements. We're actually finally going to have him use some ranged units. We can also grab the mechanics here. How's his mana situation? I think it's acceptable, but... like, he is regenning 4 spell points a day, so... I haven't been too concerned, but an interesting thought nonetheless. Let's try Henrietta now. So we'll grab the 30 goblins. I mean, why not? There's a warehouse of gold here.
My lord, I've gathered all gold from the nearby production points for you. Come back next week for the new portion.
2,000 gold. And a hut of the Magi, and this is, again, curious. You enter a rickety hut and talk to the magician who lives here. He tells you of places near and far which may aid you in your journeys. An eye here, an eye here, and that's it. Well, still, it's interesting. So we have here the town, or the castle of roving. It is a full castle, so that's interesting. And here's Zog. That's a nice portrait. You got to give credit to the HotA team. They've really got the art style down pat. So Zog here has a horde of orc chieftains, a throng of ogres, a swarm of hobgoblins, a swarm of boars, a horde of ogre magi, and a throng of wolf raiders. That's a significant army. It looks like he might be boxed into his area, but nonetheless, it's still... that's going to be some work to get through. Now, if it means we could, like, take his castle while he's not in it, that's always a possibility, because I believe we just have to defeat Zog, so all we have to do is make sure he's dead. But still, that's a bit of work involved. There's some crystal there too, I suppose, but let's have Sam come back. We can reconnoiter this particular area. Perhaps have her come down and open up this quest guide so we can get this purple Keymaster's tent already. Honestly, let's just do that. Let's just let her get that. Yeah. Alright, Henrietta. A throng of Thunderbirds purely for access to this area. I don't think so. I mean, it would be nice. The pack of monks is more reasonable though, and yeah. The thing is, I'm very good. Well, actually, this is a nice thing. We've now got an extra tavern, and we've 2 taverns. Could actually build a marketplace here. It's a good point, actually. We can't build one here, but in Slough we can. Can even build a mage guild. Actually, let's do that. It has cure. Well, Slough has invented cure, everyone. Oh my goodness. I'm pretty sure we already have cure on all our heroes. Yeah. Oh no, that's Henrietta again. Oh no, this is yeah. Even Sam is cure. Yeah, we don't need Slough's Mage Guild. But yeah, point is we have the extra tavern which gives us information on garrisons. So this garrison is actually not that unreasonable. It's a lot of wolf raiders which are very squishy. So maybe it's worth just destroying that just to get freedom of movement in this area. On the other hand, I don't want to bleed any troops at all for any reason, and this throng of Thunderbirds does need dealing with at some point. I do like the town gates here to enable backtracking, which we will have to probably use at some point. Lots to discover for sure. Well, no, we're certainly not going to achieve anything down here, so let's move up. And I would like to have both Henrietta and Frederick visit this Garden of Revelation at some point. It's like they know how important these things are for a campaign, which is why they're so well guarded. Like, just for +1 knowledge, but it's +1 knowledge that never leaves you, and it stays with you from hero to hero, right? So, from map to map. And I have a feeling that we're probably not going to hit Frederick the entire time, but we probably are going to have Henrietta. So, let's carry on. Either way, I've talked about it enough. It's end turn. So this tan hero is nicking off. They did take the Wyvern Nest, but that's just going to slow them down, so I'm actually happy for them to have the Wyverns, frankly. So, yeah. Could take this down for some crystal. Let's just do it. They're in the way. And I'd like to just have this mine. Are they going to try and double move us, are they? Oh, I didn't want to wait on the halflings. Oops. Should be right, though. Now, nice mechanical crab spider things are just murdering everything anyway. I'll just cast haste, it'll cover up our mistake. We could have not needed to use the spell points, but it's fine. We have the mine. Let's think about the next move for Frederick. I'm concerned about this tan hero. We do need to be killing them with extreme prejudice. There's not too much for Frederick to do in the local area. These legs of Legion are mildly curious, but it's not like we have someone to hold them, so somewhat pointless in the end. There's this area to clear out too. Okay. Well, let's grab the mechanics and we'll upgrade them. Thank you. And we'll, yeah, we'll go and upgrade them, and then we'll move out for the next position. Look, we could probably clear these, but not without some form of losses. Do I want to keep carrying these goblins around? Probably. It is just extra meat, after all. Can I take the throng of Thunderbirds? I suspect not. So Henrietta will then need to move out to this direction here. This is the place of progress. Or we try to grab like some of these artifacts behind the quest guards, because they're actually some quite nice artifacts. So getting them would be excellent. And let's notice here, we have Turges here, which I believe we need a quest to kill, right? We do. The Turges is here, and Turges is manageable. And behind this quest guard. Well, that gives us some interesting ideas. Well, let's see if we can break the Thunderbirds, because that would give us some nice buffer. It's a little bit edgy, though. And half the time when I'm like, this seems edgy, I like either just do it flawlessly or then just die horribly. So there's no in between. For some time, the sky had been a source of anxiety rather than admiration for me, yet I couldn't help but recognise that the sky was especially beautiful tonight. The myriad of stars above the moonlit stone valleys glittered like finely cut gems, only found in the treasuries of the richest rulers. I had read such a beautiful comparison in one of the books that Frederick had almost used as fuel, lamenting that this ballast had gone into his hastily packed luggage instead of some more useful reference books. I hadn't seen any of those stones myself, of course, but I couldn't have said it better myself. Sam and I sat around the fire, roasting meat and bread on sticks, and I listened avidly to her incredible stories. Sam seemed to have as many of them as the stars above us. I had a couple of amusing tales from my village life too, and Sam enjoyed them, choking back a hoarse laugh every now and then. I seemed to have made a first new friend in a very long time. Frederick didn't take part in our conversation. He was busy with some research of his own. He had brought a whole box of mirrors, tubes, curved rulers and other devices to the fire, but spent most of the evening in the darkness aside, occasionally running up and grabbing new glass pieces and devices. Sam and I watched for a while as Frederick looked up at the sky through a large iron pipe, like those used on ships to see distant land, but we quickly lost interest and went back to our chat. When all the meat had been eaten and only embers remained of the fire, Frederick returned and raised a finger upward. Mysteriously illuminated by the faint flicker of the campfire, he said, "The moon. They are from the moon." "Who?" I asked. "Demons. It all adds up. They live on the moon. That's scarcely a surprise. So many dark cults and practices are associated with this luminary. Every scientist and navigator knows our world is shaped like a sphere, and the luminaries orbit around it, giving us sunlight by day and moonlight at night. Academic science believes that the only incorporeal creatures can dwell on the sun and the moon. There are the hypotheses, but when choosing between the improbable and the absolutely improbable, I always end up leaning towards the more down-to-earth explanation. Funny how he says that when he's like pointing at the sky. I have been looking at the moon through a telescope for a very long time, and I am sure that what I am able to see are mountains, plains, and countless craters, which means that this world is material. The demons probably have their own cities and castles, and as they were watching our world below, perhaps through a spyglass just like mine, full of jealousy of our blue oceans, our green forests and vast meadows, they were preparing an invasion, and that night their stone ships rained down on Eofol, turning the fertile land into ash-filled desert, akin to the one from which they came. Those were ships. There is no doubt about that. I looked into the cracks and saw something. No, not mechanisms. Or mechanisms may be operating on principles unknown to me, but most definitely the product of the mind rather than natural formations. That night I slept badly. I dreamt of the devils again. They tore up trees, crushed mountains of their bare hands, and stacked the rocks up into huge, ugly towers. Is there any power that can resist this? An interesting question, Henrietta, and I think that we'll call it an episode. Thank you all for watching, and when we come back next time, more alien invasions from the moon? Possibly.